Hi, I'm Michael, and I want to share with you how I make oodles of cash at the farmer's market. I've been doing this for 14 years as a side gig, and I've been very successful, and I want to share with you all of my secrets to make oodles of cash. And it's a simple philosophy. It is basically turning $6 into $36 in a day. So, and it's also scalable, so if you invest 12, you get 72. If you invest 100, you get 600 back at the end of the day. And it's completely repeatable day after day after day after day. So the first thing I want to share with you is chocolate cherry cake. It is a vegan cake, and you may not have a lot of vegan customers. I don't necessarily have a lot of vegan customers, but I do have occasionally a customer that comes and says, oh, I can't have any of your stuff because it's not vegan. Well, I then point to them, well, I have this vegan chocolate cake that's really good. Vegan products are not necessarily always great, and I don't sell a lot. I don't try to even make a lot of them because I know that they're just going to be awful. But this is one cake that is really, really good, and I've had success with it for the past 14 years. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to take dry cherries and chop them up. If you leave them too big, they'll just sink to the bottom of the cake, and we don't want that. Let's see. Do a little bit more. Try to get them like the size of a raisin. Okay. And we're going to put that into a saucepan, and we'll put a quarter cup of water in the saucepan. Make sure they're all kind of submerged there. We're going to put them on the stove. And while they are cooking, or while they are rehydrating, we're going to do our pans. And this is the only time I probably ever used Crisco because it's vegan, is you have to like oil your pans or grease your pans. Now you're going to be looking at me saying, why do I have two different types of pans here? It's because I want to share with you the difference. How I started was I started out with the aluminum pans, and these are like $6 a piece, so kind of expensive, and I eventually ended up buying like 48 of them. And then in the last recent years, probably the last 4 years, I've discovered these silicone cake molds that are really easy to work with, and I like them a lot. I've kind of transitioned over to these, and they're also incredibly cheap. For about the same price as one aluminum one, you get about 6 of these or 4 of these. So a much better deal. And we want to put a little bit of flour in them. You don't necessarily have to flour the red ones, but since I'm doing it all, might as well do it. And if you have any leftover flour, I just add it back into the actual cake flour here. So we've got our pans, our cake tins all done. And then you want to sift all of your dry ingredients. So that is your cocoa powder and your flour. Really easy. Because this cake is all about chemistry, it happens really fast. So we don't want lumps in there causing us a problem at the very end. And then salt and baking soda. Come on, cocoa. Is there a glass of cocoa? And then a cup of sugar. And we just want to stir that around or whisk that around. Get it well incorporated. Okay, I don't know why I did not do that in a bigger bowl. So let's put that in a bigger bowl. There we go. That's easier to work with. Okay, and then we have our wet ingredients, which is 1 cup of water, 1/3 cup of oil, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a tablespoon of vinegar. And you just put those aside, and you've pretty much got your cake together. Let's see how our cherries are doing. Not quite rehydrated, but they'll be there soon. Okay, the water is pretty much evaporated. We're gonna add in 1/4 cup of kirsch. Circle that around. Okay, and those should be done in about probably 5 minutes. The really funny thing with kirsch in the state of Iowa is that I was able to get it for about 4, 5, 6 years, really consistently, and then all of a sudden they stopped selling kirsch because it's all state run, so liquor stores are independent, but they can only sell what the state supplies them, if that makes sense. Anyway, I went over to Illinois and I bought 4 dozen bottles of kirsch, and right now I've got about 2 dozen left. I don't know if I will use it before I die from cancer, but whatever the situation is, I will have a ton of kirsch for the rest of my life. So don't think that far in advance like I did. I thought I'd be doing this till I was 70, and I bought enough kirsch for it, and clearly that's not going to happen. So don't make the same mistake as I did and plan too far ahead. Okay, I think they're about done, so we're going to start making the cake now. Yeah, just a little bit of syrupy left to it. Pop them all in there. And then we're going to add our liquid ingredients. And we're going to stir this around a little bit. Because what makes this cake rise, since it doesn't have eggs, is the vinegar and the baking soda. Because they react with each other, creating little air bubbles. Make sure it's all well incorporated. Okay, and then we'll start scooping it into our little tins here, or molds, whatever you wish to call them. Kind of forgot how many scoops go into each one. I'm guessing 3, but I could be wrong. It could be like 4. I'm thinking it's now 4. Okay. Scrape this down and get one more. Last scoop. Okay. And then we're going to put these in the oven for about 25 minutes at 350. So one of the things I like to do is to make sure I know what the price of everything is. So for this cake, the chocolate cherry cake, vegan one, it comes out to a total of $3.22 to make this whole entire cake, 5 cakes. And you times that by, again, 6, so it's 1932, and then you divide that by 5, which basically comes out to about $4 a cake. So I've been selling it for $3.75. I'll probably be upping it again this year to $4 if I'm to make it again. So that's how that goes. And I'm going to clean up here, and when we get back, hopefully the cakes will be ready to come out. Okay. It's time for them to come out. And here we go. We've got 6 chocolate cherry cakes, all nice and done. We'll let them cool, and then we'll unmold them and put them in the packaging. Okay. Now they've cooled, and usually with the red ones, I just have to pop them upside down, and they'll just fall out. Come on, yeah, there you go. Come on. Yep, so they just fall right out. And you just package them up in my favorite little flip top bags. May they never go out of production. And with the aluminum ones, I usually have to like spin around with my little spatula, and then they pop out. So you can see the difference between the two. And we can just package these up. Whoop, other way. There we go. I had it the right way. There we go. And as you can see, we've now got our 5 cakes. This is worth about 20 bucks. And you only spent, what, 3 something for it? So the recipe is down below. Please like and subscribe. Always love to hear about your comments and how your farmer's market is going. Again, these things are fantastic, just let you know. And that's it. Thanks.